Hello everyone and welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott and today I'm going to continue the story or the information on Bitcoin wallets. I did a YouTube video, I believe it was yesterday on Bitcoin, and I had a request to do a little more, to give a little more information about Bitcoins and how to use them and how they relate to preppers. I think it's a good idea that those that are in the prepping community, that they take the time to learn how to use Bitcoin. And today I'll do a little overview and kind of show you where I am at this point and some of the things that I'm using. If you notice today, I am inside, which is something I don't normally do, but I need the internet and I need to show you some screenshots, and so I'm branching out and using some new technology. Hopefully the echo is not going to be too bad, but I really can't do this outside because of the other things I want to show you. So let's start off by talking about Bitcoin wallets. Everybody needs to have a Bitcoin wallet because that's where your digital money is stored. There are some web-based accounts out there, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But everybody should have a wallet. Now, there's a couple caveats to that, and you can have more than one wallet. And so you can have several wallets, and you can use them for different purposes. And we'll talk a little bit about that. You can also have more than one type of wallet, and we're going to talk about types here in just a second. And so you can kind of intermix everything to get what you feel is the best way you can deal with your Bitcoin money. So let's talk about wallets and the different types. And there's two classifications, and there's a couple types in each one. One type is called what they call a cold wallet, and that's as in not hot, C-O-L-D, cold. And that type of wallet is a wallet that does not stay connected to the internet. In other words, it's not necessarily on your cell phone. It's not on your computer. At least when you're not using it, you can disconnect it. You see these in a couple different forms. One is what they call a paper wallet, and it's got your privacy codes on there. It looks like a piece of paper with those square codes. I'll show you one of those in just a minute too. And when you're not using it, you can keep it in your wallet, the safety deposit box, or whatever. Then there's the various types of flash drives out there where to make a transaction, you would plug it into your computer, and then you would make the transaction using software on your computer. And then when you're done, you disconnect it again, and all your privacy keys and all your money stays on that flash drive, so nobody can get to it. And that's kind of important, or it can be important to you depending on how much money you got. Like I said, we'll talk a little bit more about this. The benefit of a cold wallet is that it's very secure. You physically have it in your hand, and when you disconnect it from the internet, nobody can come in and hack it. And so that's probably the most secure. However, the disadvantage to a cold wallet is that it's not readily available. You have to go through a couple extra steps to get your money, to transfer your money. You still have to hook it up to a computer or a cell phone or whatever to make it work, but it's just not as easy. So you have to balance the security versus the ease of use. I've got some notes over here, so excuse me. I'm just making sure I don't try not to miss anything. The other type of wallet is called a hot wallet, as in H-O-T, hot. And this type of wallet, there are three types in this classification. There's a desktop wallet, a mobile wallet, and then there's a web-based wallet. And they are pretty much, what they sound like. A desktop wallet means that the software and your keys and your money reside on your computer, and you can use various levels of security to access your wallet to make a transaction. A mobile wallet is a similar thing where it's on your cell phone, and you can make transactions and access through your cell phone. Now, some of these wallets, like between the mobile and the desktop, they allow you to sync your wallets. And I think a lot of the different types do. And it may be tricky or it may be easy. So you can have a mobile and desktop wallet and then share it with those two pieces of software. The other type of hot wallet is a web-based wallet. That is where you buy your Bitcoin from an exchange, and they I'm sorry, I had a little blackout there. It kind of freaked me out. Again, this is new software for me. You buy your software on the exchange, and then they hold it for you on their secure site. So, looking at ease of use versus security, you're getting kind of the same thing here. The hot wallets are not as secure as a cold wallet, and then probably the least secure is the web-based wallet, because somebody else is holding your money, kind of like a bank. And so to me, that kind of defeats the purpose. So for me, I like if I get a hot wallet, it's either going to be a mobile or a desktop, maybe both, but I think security wise, I'd rather have one or the other. And we'll talk about that in just a second here. In fact, it's my next subject. The hot wallets are the easiest to use because they're on your phone, they're on your computer. It's basically clickety click, money goes, money comes, depending on how you want to do that. So looking at that, let's look at some of the things that you can do, or some of the types you can get. I'm going to take you to a website, and it's bitcoin.org. And there's a lot of information about Bitcoin on there. I suggest if you go anywhere, you start there. But let me click over. And just to give you an idea, this is what's available, all the different wallets that are available. And there's probably more out there, but these are the ones that Bitcoin itself kind of likes. I don't know if they actually vet them or not, but they are there. Now, the one I'm using right now for my purposes, again, like I said yesterday, I'm kind of in the experimental stage where I'm trying to, figure this out and play with it a little bit, is I'm using a mobile wallet. And I like the idea of a mobile wallet because I can carry it with me. I can get, receive or transfer money from my phone, and my phone's pretty secure. I've got several forms of authentication to get into it, so I don't feel it's a bad situation. So anyhow, looking at these are all the ones you can get, and I consider them to be. Probably all those are good. Now, the one I use, okay, what do you use? I use, right now I'm using BitPay. And I like BitPay because it does a couple things. I think it's only available in the US, but BitPay has a wallet, has a mobile wallet, has a desktop wallet. You can sync them. It takes a couple steps if you want to go that route. But one of the reasons why I chose BitPay is this is the same company that offers a pay-as-you-go Visa card. And so what that means is if you want to buy something, let's say for $100 on Amazon, you would have to preload your pay-as-you-go Visa card with $100 worth of Bitcoin. And then once you do that, then you can use that card just like a regular Visa card and buy whatever it is you're going to buy. And that allows you to use your Bitcoin almost anywhere. And that's important because a lot of people, there's many places that are not taking Bitcoin, but this allows you to semi-indirectly use your Bitcoin to buy things. The other good thing about BitPay is you can get gift cards, and they have Amazon, Cabela's, there's a whole list. Let me see if I can bring this up. All right, let's go back over to here, enough looking at me. But with BitPay, you can get that Visa card, you see that there, and you can get, you can get Amazon gift cards, you can get, let's see, did I bring this up? All right, hang on. But it shows you, it starts to show you some of the places where you can get gift cards. And that'll allow you to use your Bitcoin. So one of the things I plan on doing is loading some more money into my Bitcoin, buy some Bitcoin, load into my wallet. And then when I get my Visa card, which hopefully be in a week or so, I'm going to transfer some money from my wallet to the Visa card and then buy something in a place like Walmart or Amazon or whatever, just to see how it works. And that way you can, use Bitcoin for money, and you can circumvent the banks. And that's kind of the important thing, is being able to operate outside of the system a little bit, because Bitcoin is not a fiat money. It is not money that's backed by the government. And so you can use it as tender. But that's my plan. So I'm using BitPay. I'm gonna buy a gift certificate. I'm gonna buy a something with the Visa card and just kind of play with it. I'm not gonna put a lot of money into it. Like I said, the problem with Bitcoin right now is sometimes these transactions are just a little bit expensive. So you got to be careful. You don't want to, put a whole lot of money into it, unless you're going to trade. And then, that's a whole nother thing I'm not even going to talk about. I'm just doing this to kind of play with. Now, someone might ask, where do you get your Bitcoin from? Well, there's places called exchanges, and you can get, you can buy your Bitcoin direct from them and then have them deliver it to your wallet. And so going back over to my monitor, this is Coinbase. It's not the cheapest, but everything I've read, it's one of the easiest to use. And so that's what I'm using. It is a web-based place, which means that they store your money, but you can send that money from there to your wallet like I did. All my money, I think I've got a whole $6 left, is in my wallet. The other thing is about that Visa BitPay card is that'll cost you $9.95 in Bitcoin. And if you're looking at some of these prices, you'll see that Bitcoin is about $12,000 a coin right now. Ethereum is 304, Litecoin. Well, you could buy portions of a coin. In other words, I can go today and I can buy $20 worth of Bitcoin, and I get .000, something worth of a Bitcoin, and then that becomes mine, and then I can spend it as I see fit. So for those of you that are thinking about experimenting, Coinbase is probably a good place to start. Like I said, choose your own wallet. There's really lots of some cool ones out there. There's another one called Exodus, which I may go to later, just depending on how I feel. But right now, BitPay is allowing me to do everything I want to do as far as experimenting with the software and with Bitcoin itself. It's going to allow me to get gift cards. It's going to allow me to use a Visa card. allow me to transfer funds back and forth. And so that's part of my plan. Now, what's my long-term plan? Well, right now it's really just playing with the mobile / desktop stuff, as I'm not putting a lot of money into it. But down the road, I may get myself a cold wallet. In other words, a hardware-based wallet where it's a flash drive. There's one company, I believe their name is called Cool Wallet, and they have one that's credit card size, so I can actually keep it in my wallet and it'll store my Bitcoin. Now, I would use a hot or a cold storage. I would use that for larger sums of money. Let's say I wanted to buy something, use Bitcoin for, $1,000, $2,000. And, I need to keep it safe for a little while before I actually spend it. Well, I would move it into my cold wallet and let it sit there until I was ready to spend it. And then I can transfer it from my cold wallet to my hot wallet or my mobile wallet, and then I can spend it. And so that is how I intend to do it. These devices, these cold wallets, the hardware is anywhere from about $60 or $70 up to a couple hundred, depending on how much you want to go, how far you want to go with it. So keeping that in mind, using the cold storage might be a down the road project if you're going to start keeping more and more money in Bitcoin. Whereas if you're just dabbling like I am, then probably a hot wallet will be just fine. And then how easy is it for you to receive money? It's real easy. I'm not going to show you all the details, but in my wallet, if I want to receive money, all I have to do, let's see if it'll focus. There it goes. All I have to do is show somebody that Q code, and then they can send me money to that Q code from their wallet to my wallet. And also right above there, you can't see that there is an address that they can put in, that I can send them, that they can put in their wallet to send to me. So it's that easy. And it just goes bida bing, bida boom. So we're running a little longer than I expected today, but that's really kind of the start of my Bitcoin odyssey. I am waiting for this card, and then when I get the card, I'll do another video. I'll either do one in the house here. This is a new experiment for me. I'm using some new software, and then I'll take it and see how it goes. I'll show you what I bought. It should be fun. Anyhow, that's all I got for you today. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying cool and dry. We are in our summer rainy season. It's raining almost every day here now, and it's hot. It's in the low 90s. However, the humidity is so high, it's just very, very oppressive. So stay cool, stay hydrated, be safe, and be secure.